Hey there, Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to the Not Too Shabby channel. Today I am making some shaker magnets with the ephemera from the April 2024 box of the month. I'm using the two paper pads from that box, Succulent paper pad and ephemera, and then I'll use the Succa for Plants stamp set, which you see right here. I'm stamping right on my ephemera piece and it says stay sharp. I'm doing that with some VersaFine black ink. It stays wetter a little bit longer. I'm stamping it twice and then I'm going to emboss it with black embossing powder, so it's going to be nice and raised up and shiny and just give it like that little something extra special than just if I stamped it with black. I'm sticking this onto a piece of adhesive sheet and then I'm just going to cut around this to turn it into a sticker because I'm going to stick it down onto a piece of plastic. I took another piece of double-sided adhesive sheets and I'm cutting out a circle that's going to fit the shaker pouches I'm using to create today's magnet. So I have a little practice there, one on the left just from paper to make sure it fit good, and then this one has the adhesive on the back, and that's because these shaker pouches have these tabs all the way around and it's just easier to cover the whole thing than to try and put a little bit of adhesive around the edge, especially because I'm going to stick something to the back of it anyway. So when I fold these tabs down, I find it easiest to do like a little bit on the sides and a little bit on the bottom and then kind of come together. So the whole like circle part doesn't get pushed to one side. Then I leave the top open and I'm putting in these sparkle heart embellishments. They're white or clear with glitter, and then those are going to fill up my shaker pouch, and they're nice and flat, so they work really good here. And then I can go ahead and fold in all the remaining tabs and I've got my shaker. But on the back, we're going to do a magnet. Now I have these magnetic sheets that have adhesive on the back, which is what I like to use when I am doing dies, storing dies, and I want them on a magnet sheet. So I just pulled out one of those and cut out the circle. Now the circle I'm using is 3 1/4 of an inch. Now you just saw me put some double-sided adhesive tape around those tabs because those tabs didn't have any adhesive when the rest of the circle did, and I really want this to stick, especially when somebody goes to like take it off of the magnetic surface. So that's ready to go. I stuck my sticker down to the top of that. Remember I had stuck it down to adhesive and cut around it. I forgot to show where I actually stuck it down. Well, I thought I'd push record and I didn't. So that was pretty easy though. And then I took another piece of the ephemera, this little heart, and I'm covering it with some glaze. And then I'm putting on one of my favorite things, which is glitter. And this glaze is going to hold this glitter on really well. It's not going to shed, and I just used a little coffee filter to tap off the excess, and then I let that dry. I'm bringing back those shaker bits and putting a couple on the outside as well, and I've got to be completely honest with you guys, I'm a little sad about this magnet. I feel like the ephemera piece that I picked was just too big for my circle. And there's plenty of these little cloches in the ephemera pack, so I could have picked a smaller one, but this one fits the Stay Sharp stamp really well. So let's make a couple more and see if I can be a little bit happier with them. Okay, so this time I have all my stuff ready to go. I've put my ephemera on an adhesive sheet. I'm peeling the front off of my circle shaker pouch. I have adhesive on the back of my circle. I stuck the shaker pouch to it, poured in some of those sparkle hearts, but this time in pink, and then I can put the rest of the tabs down and close it up, and I've got my shaker pouch. Now, all of the things that I'm making today, instead of putting a magnet on them, you could put these right onto a card and make a shaker card, with a little circle shaker on it. But these magnets I think are so fun. I have a friend who recently made some magnets and shared them with me, and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to make some magnets. So that's where this idea was born. Now I am sticking down my ephemera piece, which, like I said, I also put some double-sided adhesive on there, so the whole entire surface is covered with adhesive and I don't have to worry about it coming up. I'm stamping a sentiment for this one, but on a separate sheet of paper this time. Cactus makes perfect. And I'm doing white powder, and then I'm just going to use a paper trimmer to trim this into a rectangular shape after embossing it. stick it down with some double-sided tape, and then of course I need a little glitter, so I'm going to put the same glaze over the top of the flower on this cactus and bring back that rock candy glitter. You know, when this giant jar came out, I was like, I'm so getting this and I'm glittering everything. Because I can. I love this glitter. It's clear glitter, has no iridescent shine. It is like sugar. I love it. I love it. So there is magnet number 2. And speaking of love, I love how this one turned out as well. It is just really cute because you can see the shaker bits better. So I love it. And this is going to make a cute little set. And in a set, you really need 3, right? So I'm going to do a piece of purple paper. This one has the hearts in the background, and I'm using these shaker pouches that are from Trinity Stamps, and you can get a variety pack that has small, medium, and large. This is the medium size, and I'm putting in these pine needle confetti bits that are iridescent. They work really well with that plant that I'm putting on the front, which I'm going to say is aloe vera. It looks like an aloe vera plant to me. I'm going with that because the whole set is kind of like about succulents, right? So yeah, I am sticking that one on because I thought it was the best to go with the sentiment I wanted to use on this one, which you'll see in a moment. But I did the double stick tape around the outer edge again, and I have my adhesive magnet sticking on the back. And my die actually cut through the magnet really well because it's pretty thin. So that's what I did. I accidentally pulled my little ephemera piece apart a little bit trying to peel the backing off of the sticker paper. So I had to glue that down and it worked really well. You can't even tell. All right, so there is Without Its Sentiment, but for this one I'm going to put Plantaholic. And I'm going to emboss this one also on colored paper with white powder. And I thought some lavender was needed to pull out that purple from the background. So we'll go ahead and emboss that with white. I love white embossing. It's probably the embossing that I do the most is with white powder. So I'm going to trim this one down as well, but I thought I would do a straight line across the bottom, which, oh my goodness, I got so close to the bottom. Oops. And then I'm going to just like bubble cut around the top part for just a fun look instead of bubble cutting around both sides when the bottom of it was pretty straight. So I am going to stick that down with a piece of double-sided tape, and that will go right across the flower pot just like on the last one. And this one needs some more hearts since the shaker elements are not hearts. So I stamped the heart from this set in some dark purple ink, ultraviolet is the color, onto that same lavender paper, and then sticking it down with a glue dot. And then of course glaze and glitter, they all have to have it. Since it's going to be a little set, they have to have something that, you know, kind of ties them all together. Besides the fact they're all the same size, they're all shakers, they all have plants on them. They should all have glitter, right? Yes, so there's my third one. These are so much fun to make and pretty quick and easy because I'm using ephemera, right? And I'm using dies to cut out my circles, so I really enjoyed this. I wanted to show you though that sometimes you can have a little separation from your magnet around the edges just because the shaker pouches will dome up a little bit. So you can use a little glue there, or maybe the glaze that would be really strong, or maybe a little hot glue, and really press that down there. So here are all 3 of my adorable little magnets, and I thought these would fit perfectly in the little window totes that I made recently for Not Too Shabby. I'll have that video linked for you below so you can check it out. And there you can see all 3 of my finished magnets. I hope that I've inspired you and given you more ideas to use with your April box of the month, or really any paper pad and ephemera that you have. Even stamped images, you could go make some fun shaker magnets. Thank you so much for watching. You can find more of Not Too Shabby on Instagram and Facebook too. We'll see you very soon with a new video right here on YouTube. Thanks for watching and happy stamping. Bye.